Hey there everyone, Winston Moon here, and this is Awesomely Authentic Living. On today's episode, I've got my good friend here, Tyler Lewis. Let me ask you a question though. Have any of you guys been in school for a vocation, or are you involved in a career path now that is not in line with your heart's potential, your heart's purpose? Well, Tyler's got some wisdom to share about getting off of the path that he was on and getting into the role of following his heart. This is an episode for all of you who want to follow your heart. Let's do this.
So yeah, I was raised in a very privileged family, a white middle upper class family. My dad was a physician, still is, he's a surgeon, and I grew up very sheltered. My family valued and what my social circles valued was money and success, and there was a game plan laid out for you. And I did the traditional thing. I wanted to follow in my father's footsteps and be a doctor. So I studied science, did really well in school, graduated well, and I did work in hospitals. I worked as a ocular recovery technician, and then I realized, you know what, music is my passion, and I think going to Burning Man really opened up my eyes. So I had had a musical education from a very early age, studying classical music at age 4 and piano, and then picked up the guitar and started rocking and rolling and playing in high school bands and starting bands. And I decided to devote myself to art. And so I started living an alternative lifestyle. Used my science degree to teach science, music, and math at a private school, high school and middle school kids for 1 year. And then I got a call from a friend from band camp, and he was in Los Angeles, and he said, there's a band trying out for lead guitarists. You should come down and try out. So I decided to do that and got the gig, and after my year in school teaching, I wrapped things up, packed up my car with my music equipment, left everything else behind, and just moved straight to LA. We started hitting it hard, and we were living out of a van in a suitcase, and that didn't stop for 3.5 years. It was a call of the wild, and I describe it as cutting your life out like a frisbee and just throwing it in the wind. So the transformation started happening when I joined the band, and then I left the band 3.5 years later and moved to Lake Tahoe. Went solo, put out an album, and then was playing a lot. Got a gig on the Tahoe Queen, which was a stern-wheeler cruise boat that did dinner cruises at sunset all over the lake around Emerald Bay and back. I don't know, it's that synchronicity thing, man, just like being open to it. But I think the key is really to just like change it around and learn to live simple again. I trust in God, essentially, in Creator, in universal spirit of the energy that permeates all things. I believe that when we follow our heart and we follow our destiny, that the doors do open. And if we're ready for those things and have the eyes to see, then we can follow those things.
Life is a journey.
Here are my top 3 tips to living an authentic life. Number 1, it's okay to be you. Do what you love, be who you are, and don't let anybody stop you. Number 2, don't let anybody steal your peace. You are who you are. You're beautiful and perfect just the way you are. And everybody's gonna influence you in subtle ways, but keep the peace if you can. The eye in the center of the hurricane. And number 3, dream big and go for it. Follow the synchronicity and know when it happens. Be pure. Be open. Be ready, because life's gonna present itself in the most crazy of ways, and be ready for it.
All right, guys, that's the end of today's episode, and freaking A, thank you, Tyler.
Thank you, Winston.
That was such an amazing story you shared with us. Thank you. If you liked this episode, please click like and hit the notification bell. Subscribe to the show. We got a lot more guests coming your way, but before we go, Tyler's got a quick question for you guys.
You know, I want to know what your passion is, and what are some of the challenges you face in your daily life of being what you love? Let's talk.
Excellent. So down in the comments below, tell us, what is your passion and what challenges do you have in your life related to that passion? Tyler had his, he shared it with you. Let's hear about you. So that's all for today, and until next time, peace.